current global environment is infested by the coronavirus. And it's more of the negativity, the news around the virus, and less of the actual fact of the virus. Because the news has made it its top priority to communicate as much negativity as it can about this virus. And its intention is to inject a lot of fear in our minds so that our decisions are not inspired. Our decisions are becoming more fear based. And fear based decisions drain you even more because there is so much regret, so much unthought through actions that bring you further down into inner world turmoil. So we have to stop and identify what could be positive, what is good in the situation. Because as we all know, there is something so good in everything that appears horrible. Regardless of what it is, it's only a matter of tuning your focus away from what you perceived as absolutely horrible back to what could be positive in what you perceived as what's bad. Because of the law of duality, bad and good happens at the same time. You can never know what's bad without knowing what's good. And both spectrums are always available for you in every experience. All right, good morning, good evening, afternoon, wherever you may be. I am Dr. Jacinta Mpali Nkana, your transformational coach and spiritual counselor. Today I'm going to be sharing a few tips of how we can transfer our attention from what we believe that's so wrong with this virus and everything that's going on to what could be positive, what could be good in this in this situation. All right, so let's draw a few scenarios here. I'm gonna make a few assumptions. Let's imagine that maybe you've lost your job, maybe they've laid you off, okay? And you've lost your job, they laid you off. Maybe you're a small business owner and maybe you're not even earning any money currently. Or if you've been laid off, or if you're working from home, you're not earning as much as you should, especially maybe if your job is commission based as well. So there is a lot of fear and doubt and uncertainty created around that situation. All right. Okay, that's scenario number 2. No gyms. You can't go out of your house because you can no longer go to the gym. So you're stuck in your house. And if you're married and have kids, there is no escape. You have to face your husband and kids. And maybe your husband was always busy and you guys were always busy and you only met at home to sleep because you were so tired, and there were caregivers taking care of the kids, or you took kids away to be entertained so that you could focus on your lives. Guess what? They are all at home looking at you and expecting you to be 100% available. So no job or not going to the job, husband at home, wife at home, kids at home, face to face with reality. No escape. No escape. Maybe you have a television, but you get bored. All right. No bar. So if you've been going to the bar every evening to meet your friends, no bar. Well, you still have access to the alcohol, but no bar. Your friends, they are all hiding away from the possibility of being affected by the disease. So, by the virus. So, guess what? No friends, no escape. Okay. Whew. So, no job, husband at home, no space, no freedom as you thought, no gym, no bar. No, you can't go to a strip club. Even strip clubs are closed in case you go to, and nothing wrong with the strip clubs, but I'm just saying, no Starbucks, no escape, no friends. You are at home, contained. The less you go out, the more, preventive, the safer you are. Okay, so first with all those things, you could start losing your mind. The fear, the new environment, the changes, the lack of escape, because you're always escaping. We've always been escaping. Now there is no escape for each one of us. And what is so good in this situation? The first step is to find out what is so good in having no escape whatsoever. First of all, it's important to realize that you got the job or attracted the job. That means that you had what it takes to get the job. Even if you were just connected to the job, maybe it's your family business, you still had what it takes. You had something that was required for the job. And guess what? You haven't lost that. Number one. Let's further imagine that you're stressed out because, oh my God, you can't meet your friends. You cannot meet your friends anymore and they make the world to you. You can't be alone because your friends are not in view. But guess what? You, my dear, amazing, beautiful friend, you attracted the friends or they attracted you to them. You made the relationship or they made, you accepted the relationship. So you still have what it takes to do that. It's still you, yourself. Self are separate from you. You are the one who gets and loses things. You are the one who attracts or de-attracts things. The you that is no longer employed or temporarily unemployed. The you that can no longer go to the bar, the strip club, can no longer meet your friends at Starbucks. The you that can no longer, go to a bar, wherever. The you that is now stuck at home is still the same you that attracted all those things. It's still the same you that went in and out of the house. Yourself is still absolutely intact. What you have lost or what you believe you've lost are the extensions you have manifested and created, which also reserves your power. Because let's imagine there is a well, let's imagine you are a sea, okay? Let's imagine you are a sea and maybe you put, there are fishes in your sea, okay? Even if the fishes go, you will still remain the sea. Even if there are no waves, you're still the sea. Let's imagine something different, something that could make more sense for you. The sky. Whether there are planes flying in the sky, guess what? The sky remains the sky. Whether it's raining, whether there are clouds, the sky will always be the sky. That's why they imagine the sun. The sun, it doesn't matter whether we have moved, the earth has moved, and you can no longer see the sun will always shine. It doesn't matter how many clouds are showing up. It doesn't matter what is blinding it. It doesn't matter what we call it or what is going on in the world. The sun will always be the sun because it recognizes the fact that it is regardless of what comes and goes. And we, my friends, are of the nature of the sun, the nature of the sky, the nature of the sea. Everything comes and goes. Everything that you believe you got, your job, your friends, can. Now, it might be gone temporarily, but you are still there. The self, the one looking behind those eyes, the one that you cannot not be, the invisible part of you, not your body, not your job, not that, is still intactly there. And anything you're feeling right now has also the possibility of leaving. And despite of how much fear you have in your mind right now, guess what? It is not real. Fear is just a believed thought, okay? And fear is nothing, it's only what you give it. The energy you give fear, it's what it gives back to you through your emotions. So if you give fear nothing, it will drip out of your experiences like snow under the sun. So I'm here to inspire you, to remind you that you can use this time to actually retrieve and pay attention to the good in this situation. There is so much positive in this situation. Number one, it's time for you to recognize what is really important. Have you been paying attention to yourself? Have you been drinking simple things? Have you been drinking water? Have you been paying attention to your space? Have you been paying attention to what's really important? Your relationships, connecting deeper relationships with your kids, building more stronger relationships with your partner. And if you're single, examining, going within, going to what is really important, the fact, the truth of who you truly are, the one who experiences all the things. The one who experiences doesn't change. The experiences can change, but you are permanent in your true nature. Alright, so the first positive is to go within and self-evaluate. Who the hell am I? Who is looking behind these eyes? You know, who is the one who has been going out and working and coming home? Who has this relationship? Okay. The second positive is to also learn. Of course, it's connected to the first positive. Once you start recognizing who you truly are as one who doesn't, who is not, you're more than the employee to begin. You're more than your career. You're more than your profession. You're more than your bank account. You're more than everything, because even when you don't have the things, you still are. Even when you don't have a job, you still are. Even when your money is disappearing or playing hide and seek in the economy, you still are. Even when it doesn't matter what happens in the world, you still are, because all the things you have attained, have studied, have become, are just additions, temporary additions, because that everything that has a beginning has an end. But the truth of who you truly are is the one who creates. So the other positive is to know your true nature. You know your power. You have the power to create, recreate, and create. This is a good time to examine these powers. This is a good time to examine what you have beyond even your inner world, but what you have, what you've created in your space. What are your strengths? It's also a good time to do your self-SWOT analysis. You know, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are the opportunities you have? What are the threats you think you have? You know, and then start turning those around and self-evaluating to see you, the best, the source of your realities, how in touch you are with yourself. All right, I think we are done. Just wanted to inspire you that there is something so positive in this situation. And in summary, it's about identifying who you truly are, my friends, because you're the one who has been going out to work. Who is it? Do you think you're your name? No. Do you think you're that job? No. You are more, you're different. You are the one who has these things. So this is the time to get in touch for who you truly are, because that's where the power truly is. And when you realize who you are, even just a little bit, then fear and all these other negative emotions will not overwhelm you, because you realize that they are just guests. You know, the ego will always position a train of all these thoughts, and they'll come meandering into your consciousness. And once you hold on to any one of them, ta-da, they are right there to create extensions of themselves. Okay, and once you hold on to this train of thoughts, don't forget that the mind has another one coming in. Okay, so the idea is to let everything go, flow through you. Even if you're so afraid right now, observe the fear. Don't give it anything, because what you give it, it will give back to you through negative emotions. Just lay back and trust. It's time to trust. I know I didn't mention this in the main body of the speech, what I'm giving you today, but it's time to develop unwavering faith. It doesn't matter whether you're religious or not. Faith is not religious best. It's time for you to really know that if there is something within you that gets your heart to beat without you instructing it or demanding of it or even being grateful for it, then you have power within you that you have not accessed. And this power might not give you all the materialistic things you have, but it will give you what is truly important. Peace, bliss, being laid back and knowing that you are taken care of. So this is the time also to dive into your inexhaustible faith, trusting what is real and what is permanent within you, about you, and realizing that everything outside you is really temporary, and getting back to what is permanent, observing, recognizing, and being it. That which you cannot be is accessing your true power. All right, lastly, now, instead of saying, oh my God, what am I gonna do about this problem? Say, oh, you problem, what are you gonna do about my God? This is something I learned from my guru, my teacher. I hope it brings a smile on your face. I hope you stop worrying and know that worry does not matter, meaning that worry doesn't have volume, it doesn't have weight. And if you look for that worry in your mind, you will never find it. It's an illusion, smoke that is passing. Alright guys, I'm sending you abundant love from my heart to yours, and sending you loads and loads of peace, bliss, and limitless love. Peace and blessings.